How evil is Super Buu from Dragon Ball? Well, let's find out. So, we're finally talking about Super Buu, the result of evil Buu eating his good counterpart who we talked about in the last video. Now, I don't know how Buu biology works, but it seems a little confusing. I mean, either way, I'm not complaining. Super Buu looks way better than, like, the last two Buu forms. He's way more intimidating than, you know, big fat child and malnourished creepy dude. And he's also a lot more evil, so we're going to get into some of the stuff that Super Buu gets up to. Now, when Super Buu is first introduced, he shows he is not here to mess around. He commits an act of violence that is honestly on par with Cell when he's absorbing that dude. Yeah, this thing is kind of gross. Like, there's a gunman who Buu is clearly not very happy with, and instead of just killing him normally, you know, like you would expect, the gunman kind of like fires at him, and in a pretty cool looking scene, I'll admit, the bullets just kind of like go like pass through him because he's, you know, like he's rubber or whatever. And yeah, what Buu does next is kind of disturbing. He just sort of he laughs at him, and then he like shoots his body through the air and like goes into his stomach. It's weird. He like force feeds the dude himself, and in doing so, he like blows him up like a balloon to the point where he quite literally just explodes. It is so disturbing. It kind of reminds me of, you know, that one bitch in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, with the one with Johnny Depp in it. You know, when she turns into a giant, yeah, when she turns into a giant blueberry. That's kind of what this reminds me. Gross, disturbing. Yeah, and then he just like, you know, he just reforms himself, and yeah, straight off the bat, I'm putting Buu down for torture, because this is I don't care what that guy did. Sure, I'm pretty sure he's one of the guys that shot at Buu's dog. I don't think that was one horrible death, man. I don't know. But this doesn't even come close to being Buu's most outrageous act of violence. That award goes to the human extinction attack. Yeah, that's right. When Piccolo's like, they're waiting for Gotenks to well, not arrive, but for Gotenks to be born, I guess. For, you know, Goten and Trunks to get the fusion thing down. He's like, oh, why don't you just toy with the people on Earth or whatever? We can just wish them back with Dragon Balls, they'll be fine. Buu's like, nah. Let me just kill them all. Let me kill every single last one of them. I'm pretty sure there's only like a few survivors. Hercule and the dog, I think he's called B. Those guys survive because Good Buu is like inside Super Buu, and somehow he like influences him to not kill Hercule. Tien and Chaozu also survive it. They managed to avoid it, which is pretty cool. That's why Tien comes back later. But yeah, his kill count at this point is insane. Like, blowing up the planet like Frieza does, because Frieza did blow up Earth. You know, that gives you the same kill count, I guess. That's still horrible as all hell. But what I find so insane here is that Buu kills all of these people individually, one by one. He doesn't blow up the planet and kill them all in one go. He blasts a hole through every single one of them. That's horrendous. That's one of the greatest acts of evil on this tier list so far. I mean, yeah, Broly blowing up a whole galaxy gives him a way higher kill count, but this is still like, this cannot be understated. This is an insanely evil act and proves that Buu, or Super Buu, is he's pretty damn evil. And although it's not shown on screen, it also adds him to the list of characters that have killed children. So, you know, that gives him some negative points. He also kills Chi-Chi by turning her into an egg and stepping on her, because she slaps him for killing Gohan, even though, you know, Gohan's not actually dead, but, you know, they don't know that. Chi-Chi doesn't know that. But Buu turns her into an egg and steps on her. And he has the audacity to ask beforehand, do you like eggs? I don't know what this guy's thought process is. He's still kind of dumb while he's Super Buu. He's obviously a lot more intelligent than Good Buu or Fat Buu or whatever, but yeah, that is a pretty horrible way to die. I don't know if she still, like, feels the death while she's an egg. I highly doubt it. I don't think she's a conscious egg, but still, getting turned into an egg and stepped on, it's pretty damn humiliating, and it's kind of messed up from Buu. And obviously, he does it right in front of Goten, so Goten has to watch his mum die. Yeah, that's pretty damn evil. And I did also, as I mentioned before, he's now on the list of characters that have killed children, and we don't see it during the human extinction attack, but what we do see is, after Krillin attempts to stop Buu, or distract Buu. There's no way Krillin could, even fathom stopping Buu, but when he attempts to, distract him so everyone else can get away, not only does Krillin get turned into chocolate and eaten, but so does everyone else on the lookout apart from Dende. Now, this includes Videl, even though previously he spared her for being related to Hercule. I don't know what changed his mind, but yeah, he eats Krillin, Videl, Bulma, 18, Yamcha, and Marin. He eats Krillin's child. That is pretty messed up. I don't think, other than Frieza, who we watched shoot a Namekian child, this is, it's not a brutal, violent, gruesome death. She does get turned into chocolate first, but he still eats a child, pretty much. That is, that's messed up. And also, he kills, a large portion of the main cast here in one go. That's crazy. Dende survives because, they need the Dragon Ball, so Mr. Popo was like, you gotta get out of here, man. And Dende lives, but everyone else up there, they get turned into chocolate. Literally all of them. Just one massive, collection of chocolate bars. And Buu just eats all of them. So, yeah. That little massacre up on the lookout, obviously it's not as insane as massacring the entire planet with a human extinction attack, but still, he turns every person on the lookout, other than Dende, into chocolate and eats them. So, at this point, he's already completely irredeemable, but there's also the things that he does after absorbing people. So, obviously, he absorbs Gotenks, he absorbs Piccolo, he absorbs Gohan, and he even absorbs Vegito. But most notably, it's pretty intelligent for him. Tricking Goten and Trunks into fusing so that he can absorb them, and then absorbing Piccolo as well, was pretty smart. He also manages to absorb Gohan by, leaving his, I don't know what it is, his antenna or something. He leaves it severed so that he can use it to absorb Gohan. That was smart. He does also become, it's weird, when he absorbs people, he gains their characteristics, so he becomes slightly more, eloquent and intelligent when he absorbs Piccolo and Gotenks. Not straight away, though. You have to wait for Gotenks to defuse, which I don't know how that works. I don't know how it's decided which, personality traits he gains, but once Gotenks defuses, he gains Piccolo's personality. Well, not personality, but Piccolo's traits, I guess. But him absorbing Gohan was, the end game. He became so powerful after that obviously Vegito was the only option. And then, obviously, even though Vegito purposely got absorbed, him absorbing Vegito is still kind of wild. Yeah, that results in everyone breaking out, and then after that, once Good Buu is released from Super Buu's body, we get Kid Buu, who is the topic of the next video. Buu absorbing people, as a whole, that concept, it's pretty gross to me. His pink goo just surrounds them and encapsulates them, and then you become a part of his body. I don't know why. I don't know if it's just because I'm kind of squeamish, but that's just really gross to me. I don't think I can give him I don't think it really adds to his evil at this point. The acts he's committed previously are already way worse than just absorbing people, but I don't know. It seems pretty disgusting to me. I don't think it's as gross as Cell, getting drank by Cell, but getting absorbed by Buu is still kind of a horrendous fate. And obviously, as I pointed out, Buu is more intelligent in this form than he was when he was Fat Buu or Good Buu, whatever you want to call him. So it's kind of the stuff he's doing now isn't because he's just childish. This stuff is because he's straight up evil now. He is a monster at this point. And I think that's why I can definitely argue for him being around here on the tier list. And that's because he's just, not only does he do a lot worse things than Fat Buu did, but he's also he's more aware of what he's doing, you know what I mean? And he also he gains intelligence in different traits, when he absorbs Piccolo and Gotenks and Gohan, etc. So yeah, Super Buu definitely a lot more evil than Fat Buu, and definitely one of the more evil villains that we have on this list. And yeah, I guess that's it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed, subscribe, that'd really be appreciated. the support I've been having on these videos is honestly amazing to me. I mean, I've been making videos for, quite a large portion of my life, but since starting this channel, it's kind of taken off more than I expected, and I really appreciate it. So if you're looking forward to How Evil Is Kid Buu, maybe stick around, maybe subscribe. I'd appreciate any support, honestly. And yeah, that's about it from me today. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.